February of this year, I had a meeting at the State House with one of our elected representatives. The reason for this meeting was my ambition to be a gubernatorial candidate. I was respectfully being told all of the reasons why I shouldn't run for office. During our meeting, our elected representative made a comment that deeply troubled me. He said, "The Hill is run by the Senate President and the House Speaker." The first thought that came to mind was, government is for the people, by the people. Each senator and representative is supposed to be a voice of the people. The second that came to mind was, in this government of the Commonwealth, the legislative department shall never exercise the executive and judicial power or either of them. The executive shall never exercise the legislative and judicial powers or either of them. The judicial shall never exercise the legislative and executive powers or either of them. To the end, it may be a government of laws and not of men. During these difficult economic times, individuals, families, and businesses are finding it difficult to make ends meet. As previously mentioned, I am a doctor in private practice. A few weeks ago, a patient of mine came to me and told me that her husband was laid off after 14 years of being at a job. A few weeks ago, my office made arrangements for this patient to come in so that they would have their necessary health care. Now, I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back because I know many of you probably know businesses who are doing the exact same things to help families who are in need during these tough economic times, just to help them get by. During these difficult economic times, you and your family are forced to cut back and make sacrifices, while special interest groups such as the Massachusetts Taxpayers Foundation, the Massachusetts Business Roundtable, the state chapter of the National Association of Industrial and Office Properties, A Better City, and the Greater Boston Chamber of Commerce are siding with the incumbent governor to raise taxes. These 5 organizations are the largest employer business groups, and they are endorsing a 25-cent per gallon gas tax increase. This coalition also wants the state to investigate longer-term sustainable road-based revenue-generating systems such as open road tolling and vehicle mileage taxes. While you're concerned with having a job tomorrow and putting food on your table, the incumbent governor has hired 2,000 new salaried and pension state employees during a hiring freeze, with 300 more hires coming in 2010. He has told department heads they can give employees a 4% pay hike next year. He has given $26,000 raise, hired 2 $100,000 per year turnpike employees, hired a $175,000 per year state employee to a position that hasn't been filled in 12 years. We know that's been kind of defunct now. He hired a neighbor for $120,000 for a real estate department that he created, allowed a senator to receive $100,000 sick raise. He's going to raise taxes on Snickers bars, Dr. Pepper, Heineken, Hummers, and carbon. He will raise registry of motor vehicle fees. He wants to put computer chips in your cars for open road tolling, increase business taxes while unemployment is at 7.8% and at a 16-year high. While you and our families are told to sacrifice because we're in this together, we're only in this mess because the politicians created this mess.